years. It got really bad to the point where I was having to lift my leg out of the car to get in and out because I just couldn't lift it or move it. I can't put my sock on this foot because I can't get to it. Alright, so I have to put it on something to stretch down to it. But the mobility in the hips really, really poor. And I've had some very aggressive Hungarian energetic and physical manipulation work. And he helped a lot, but he feels we've reached the end of what he can do.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
So there's a challenge. It's hilarious watching me try and sit on the floor and stuff, and I certainly can't cross my legs and sit down like I used to like to sit like a pixie.
Yeah. Right, okay. So, as you started to talk, the surgeon that's with me, she's Dr. Augustin Almeida now, he just said, Dad, your father. Did you see your father have trouble with his hips, with his legs, with mobility?
He did have with his hip.
And that's historical now?
No, he's not.
Alright, okay. So there's a link between the problem your dad's had with his hip and the problem you've got. Alright, so let's look at genes. Genes don't determine what happens with us health-wise. They're a factor, but more important than that is the environment that the cells are in. And Einstein said that it's the environment that the cells are in that determine what happens. And more recently, epigenetics, the science work being done by Bruce Lipton and others, is showing us that it's all about the environment. So Bruce Lipton, as an example, he took 60,000 stem cells, identical stem cells, and he put them into 3 petri dishes. And each of the petri dishes had a different solution, but identical cells. In one petri dish, he grew muscle. In another petri dish, he grew bone. And in another petri dish, he grew fat. Same cells, just a different culture medium. Now, in our bodies, the culture medium is the blood, but it's also the feelings. The hips can be about our connection with our mother, can be about that, if there are issues there. But more likely, it's to do with big decisions in life. It could be to do with a big decision you wanted to make, and then you held yourself back. But part of you wishes you'd still made that big decision. That's most likely. So let that come into your consciousness. Now I want to say, there is no right or wrong. Now that will seem a little bit extreme. What I'm talking about is in terms of the life choices that you make. It's all about consequences. You make one decision, you get this consequence. You make another decision, you get that consequence. If you like this decision more than that one, then that's a better choice. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so let's fix your hips. Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? So, Michael, if you can just come and stand here. All right?
Stand there.
Yeah, you're going to stand just here where I'm standing now. Look at that kind of hip, feet are going to be hip width apart. That's it, lovely. Now, as I work on people, as soon as I'm in Naval Rickfield, I see all kinds of things about them. I do readings as well for this reason. Really big in Michael's energy field is he hates to let people down. Is that the truth?
It is.
Yeah. But this is the thing, Michael. If you spend your life not letting others down, the person you let down is you. You don't get to do the things you wanted to do. Alright? This is what this is about. This is about you not doing the things that you truly wanted to do, the things you wanted to experience. Only this idea in your heart of how you want to spend your life and how you want to live, that's like a contract between you and God, you and the divine. If you don't listen, I know. Yeah. Right, so that's, and hips are big moves. They're not small. You get big movements from your hips. Yeah. Alright, and so what I'm being told is Michael needs to be reconciled. Spiritual reconciliation is quite a big thing. He hasn't done what he wanted to with his life. Right. Few people do. Seriously. Yeah, most people they're under some kind of, well, I can't do that because of this, I can't do that. We have to give ourselves all kinds of reasons, but it's your life. Your life, you've got time. Some of you have got more time than others. You get to choose. You get to choose what you do with your life. And sometimes you make a choice, you go down a path and it's like, oh hell, that's not what I wanted at all. Then make another choice. Yeah? But don't not make a choice. You'll regret if you don't not make a choice. Take some risk. Not ridiculous risk, but some risk. Take yourself out of your comfort zone. Try something new. Alright. So you can see what he's doing, he's shaking my hips. Now, there will be consequences for this healing because if the entity removes this block in the hips, Michael's suddenly going to feel more inspired to do what he wants. He's not out of time yet. He can still make some decisions that are more in alignment with what's in his heart. Remember, God put what's in your heart, in your heart. Yeah, God. God that's created this amazing planet, the multiverses, in your heart. You know what you want. And what Michael failed to do was put his foot down. Now, I'm not reaching any confidences here. We don't know the exact context, but I'm saying enough that Michael understands what this is about. I failed to put his foot down. And this happened on more than one occasion. There's a little stone there. Now the sound's going right the way through into the pelvis. But of course your pelvis is a bone. That's not where the lack of restriction is. The lack of restriction's got to be ligaments, tendons, muscles, yeah? They're the flexible bits. But that sound was going right the way through into the bone. What can you feel happening, Michael?
There is heat and tingling here in my lower back.
Yeah, and you guys can see that's exactly where I'm working. He couldn't see that. Yeah, so he can feel exactly where that energy is. Now there's a big blob of energy here that I'm going to take away. I'm going to take it to ground. I'm going to take it quite a way away. Can't just fix the hips. Got to fix this middle back as well. There's another big block of energy here. That one doesn't have to go so far. Now, there's a little bit in the spine, but it's a bit of a, not a nice energy. And I'll tell you what it's to do with, Michael. It's to do with you crossing past this lifetime with somebody, I believe it's a man that was crooked. Yeah? Yeah, and he's never forgiven himself for not realising that man's nature. Yeah? He's crossed paths with somebody that was a crook, was crooked, was dishonest. And that energy's, it's a nasty little piece of energy in the spine. That man was a nasty piece of work. It was a nasty piece of work. It's very good that you didn't take him on. You really paid a price. So it's good, but you've never forgiven yourself. Sorry, I'm talking behind you here. You've never forgiven yourself for not realising his nature, because you're a good judge of character.
Oh, your dad.
What's your dad? Hard, isn't it, eh?
Yeah.
Hard. Hard. And that explains why at the beginning of the healing the surgeon said Dad. and hips are usually to do with relationships, hips in relationships. Now what happened, you don't need to tell them, but this is for your thoughts, what happened when you were 16? There's a significance about being 16. Now at this point, we want you to try sitting down, standing up, and let's see how we're getting on.
We could do the cross-legged on the floor, couldn't we?
Not
Mark?
yet,
I
no.
was going to say that. You see, normally I use something
To get up.
to get up again,
Yeah,
and that's completely pain-free.
excellent. Now what else was it you can't do? Your shoelace.
So I wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to even get that close to it. To be fair,
Right, cool.
this one's easier.
Yep. Right, okay. Now stand there again. Stand there again, just as you did. So the surgeon likes to get feedback on what he's doing. So because I can't manipulate, he gets you to move into certain positions. Okay. I don't think about what's happening. I just let the surgeons do what they need to do. He's saying, isn't it good that you know what is right and good?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Isn't it good? So that's his great learning from that experience, was that despite his dad being like he was, you know what is right and good. That's a great gift. All right, now let's sit you down again. Let's try you doing your shoelace again, see how that feels.
I mean, even just being able to
Wow.
it's better.
That's better, isn't it? There you go. Give him a round of applause.